More laughter.
Tama po, tama.
More fun.
Sit here.
Dude, again, this a plug.
More LAC. Only here on INCRadio Los Angeles.
Morning, good afternoon, evening to everyone tuning into INCRadio Los Angeles. And I am one of your co-hosts today. My name is Sister Jalen Factura, coming to you from the local congregation of Eagle Rock. But I am not alone today. I actually have a full cast. But before we get there, I have one of our lovely co-hosts here again, Queen Stefan. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone tuning in to INCRadio Los Angeles. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks that I haven't been hosted, so I'm glad to be here. And so yeah, definitely it's great to be back. If you're just joining us, if you're just waking up, please grab a coffee, grab some tea, and just literally just join with us. Again, we thank you for all the listeners and tuners that are just listening in. And definitely, if you have not subscribed yet, I'm not sure what are you doing, but please subscribe to IT Radio. So please subscribe and just hit the subscribe button, like and subscribe. And to also just a short recap of what we had last week. So last Saturday we just had our fourth anniversary of the technical services group, or the technical or TSB. And we had our guest from last week. We had Brother Jameson from the local congregation of Eagle Rock, and then we had Brother Sergio from the local congregation of Oxnard, and we had also Ka Jason, that also has also guests with us. So again, thank you so much for those that tuned in last week. But again, we have a great topic, right, Sister Jalen?
Yes, that is correct. We do have a great topic today. And yes, shout out again to our guest from last week as we celebrated our, what was that, the fourth anniversary? You can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, fourth anniversary.
Yeah, that was a fun time. But for today's topic, we are actually going to discuss another event that we did do last week. So we did have our um, Songs of Salvation and our choral competition that happened at the Alex Theater, where I think we've had a lot of our activities this year. But it's a fun show for today because we, like I said, are not alone. It's not just you and me, Kuya Stefan, but we do have a whole bunch of the participants and even some of the judges from that activity. But before we get to introducing everyone, Kuya Stefan, I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite INC original music? And if you have it, are you ready to sing a few bars?
I'll try to, Sister Jalen. I'll try to. I was like, so my one of my favorite INC original music is Together, which is one of the songs that I know that we've sung before in past in concerts. I won't try to try to sing because we have our assistant choir leader here. But yeah, again, it's Together is one of the most beautiful songs, because it means something. It really means to me because just this past February we had our in concert in the Alex Theater, and just having that in Alex, just being back in Alex Theater, is literally one of the most breathtaking and the most momentous achievements that we've had in our district. So definitely Together is one of one of my favorite songs.
Okay, great. I also agree with Together. Together is a great song. I also am a fan of I Have You, but also because I'm very biased. Woo! I have you. Woo! um, but Clea Stefan, if you would please, we can actually start introducing some of our guests from our Songs of Salvation and our choral competition.
Yeah. So first, Sister Ashley Joy, please introduce yourself.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is. Just kidding. Hi, I'm Sister AJ from the local of Oxnard, hashtag OXN. Um, I'm a choir member and local booklet secretary. Thanks for having us.
All right, so thank you. And then we have Sister Lucky. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sister Lucky Driza po from the local of Lancaster, hashtag LAN, and I'm one of the assistant choir directors in our district, Los Angeles County, California.
All right, so thank you, Sister Lucky. And then we have other guests. We have other guest panels for today.
Yes,
Sister Jayla.
yes, we do, Kuya Stefan. Let's actually start with and at the AJ screen. There's another one there. So, Kuya Ivan, hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Brother Ivan Capistrano, also from the local congregation of Oxnard, also from the same house as Sister AJ. I'm a choir member. I am the local booklet president, as well as a choir member. Because I perform twice a week. So.
Thank you, Kuya Ivan. And then we also have Brother Arius with us. Good morning, Brother Arius.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Eris Jed Civillano. I am from the local congregation of LA, so hashtag LA, and it's great to be here today.
Thank you so much, Brother Arius. And then last but not least, Brother AJ is here as well. Good morning.
Good morning po. My name is Brother AJ de Guzman from the local of Santa Monica. I am an organist. Hashtag SM. That's it po.
All right. Thank you so much for the introduction and to our wonderful guests. So let's ask just across the board, how is everyone feeling right after another successful activity? Let's start with you, Brother Arius in LA.
Um, I'm feeling very proud, feeling very good. It was a great event that just happened. It was um, something we were all kind of scared about, but ended up turning out pretty good. So we were all feeling very proud. And I'm sure right? I was like, you know, going around seeing it in and out everywhere we went. I was telling you, I was telling you about it. But yeah, it was a great experience for sure.
Yeah, so on the day of the actual event, Brother Arius was constantly backstage with me, and he goes, "Okay, so is it my turn now to go on stage? Okay, can I go now?" And then, so shout out to the local congregation of LA because they actually won second place for the Songs of Salvation piece, and then for choral comp, they won first place. Congratulations to the local congregation of LA and Brother Arius. Yeah, that was definitely your chance to get back on stage to go get your trophies for those events. Okay, Brother AJ, how about you? How are you feeling after another successful activity?
It's a very nice event po to be able to attend and participate. Um, Being able to judge alongside my fellow co-judges was very nice. We had a great time. Our banter was funny. It was great. So definitely again, probably in like the future, I believe all the brethren are tired from the practices, but uh, definitely another choral competition in the future.
Yes, definitely. And so, since you were talking about your banter, Kalaki is also here with us, one of our judges from our activities. So, Kalaki, how did you feel after another successful activity, especially as a judge, or like because you guys are just watching and seeing how all the performances were. So, Kalaki, from your perspective, how was it?
It was the best role po. Having to just see everybody's performance, it was really exciting because you go from one group to another and you're like, oh, I wonder how different they're doing this song, right? So it was exciting to see everybody's performance from up there, and the unity between the brethren po. You could also see that while they're doing it, they're having fun. It's not like they're so nervous, but they're all laughing and cheering for each other, not just within their own locals, but they're cheering other locals as well. So it was happy, it's exciting. And even up to now, we look back and, just between me and Brother Glenn, who also performed, we're like, oh, did you see this local congregation? That was cool how they did that. So it's very memorable.
Yeah, I'm honestly very jealous that you guys were in the back row. But definitely, I'm so happy and so glad that everybody really enjoyed, from the performers to even our judges as well. Chris Evan, I think we do have a few other questions for our guests as well.
So for Brother Ivan, like, obviously for, all these types of activities, we really, like we're really excited for all these activities, right? But like what are some things that you look forward to for any upcoming activity, especially for these types of activities, this activity in the district?
So like what Brother AG said, the banter is always fun. I'm just kidding. No. We did have banter together. If that counts. Sorry. Um, well, the best thing, honestly, is the excitement and, as Karlucky said, the unity of the brethren. We're used to putting on concerts and shows. We did like 19 this month. Just kidding. No. This year we did a few. So it's always exciting, more so as like somebody who's kind of trying to find more brethren, when you can see literally 240 singers on stage and go like, oh my god, you can sing, you can sing, you can sing all the talent that we actually have in our district, and that it's even more overwhelming than we initially thought. So if you were in one of the choirs and still want to perform, well, we have more concerts coming up, so we need your help. But that's mainly what it is. It's seeing the unity of all the people on stage united just to do one thing, right? It's really amazing, and then seeing the joy of the brethren's faces when they are actually witnessing those performances. That's, to me, what is most exciting about these kinds of events.
Yeah, no, I really totally agree with you, Brother Ivan. Like, just seeing the just really, we have so much talented brethren here, and especially in our district. And every time that we do these types of activities, whether it's through through choral competitions, or or just any type of musical activity, and even just in cinema itself, there's so many talented brethren. And every time that we do these types of activities, I get surprised really, because there's just a lot of brethren, so much talented brethren, that really, you're just really shocked and surprised. And then also, to you, Sister AJ, like, what's something that you've really looked forward to when it comes to these upcoming activities?
I really look forward to spending time with the friends that we made from previous activities. And then I just love that with every new activity, the group of friends just grows and grows, and until we're all just one big family. I don't know. It's weird to say, but I love just being with my friends. And I was telling Jalen, like, I wanted Jalen to be on INC radio today so I can see her. Like, I just miss her. So I just love the fact that we get to see our friends from all over the district and all the activities.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, because there's a lot of brethren here, especially in our district. And it's great to see every activity that we do, you know in just seeing each other. Oh, hi, really getting to know them, and just to seeing how their families are doing, right? It really is, really exciting just to see them again. And then, also, the same question goes to you, Brother Eris. Like, especially coming into this activity, I'm pretty sure this is your first time, participating in this activity. Like, what was that like? Especially when it comes to, attending this activity.
Um, to me, I actually like singing a lot. And when one of the songs we performed for Songs of Salvation was Enlightened, and it's a song that my sister Megan and I actually perform a lot in our locale. So that was really cool to see, and required less practice for me because I already knew the song beforehand. But in terms of like the choral, that was really cool to see. I'm not in choir, so I had a lot of help from choir members doing tenor. I've always wanted to do tenor because sitting in the congregation, it's cool to see, and then being able to do it and then really come together.
Yeah, shout out to all the
We'll see.
yeah, literally shout out to all the tenors out there.
But yeah, that was pretty great.
Awesome. So, Sister Jalen.
So, as we do continue on with our conversations, just before we continue, if for our viewers, if you guys have any comments or shout outs and greetings that you want us to read at our point of the broadcast, just continue to put it in the comments section, wherever that is. I don't know where I'm pointing, but any questions that you guys would like to ask to the guests as well, and any shout outs and greetings. So, just in addition to what Brother Eric said, yes. I Enlightened is such a great song, and I think that because how extensive the INC original music is, there are so many different songs that we kind of forget that they're there. But Enlightened is so good because I remember you and your sister doing that as well. But also like me and my siblings were like, wait, guys, that's such a good song. Like, why haven't we heard that one in a minute? So as we segue on to our next question, I have one for Kuya Ivan. So instead of just doing a cappella, why was the choral competition also added in this activity?
Oh yeah, for sure. So there were certain restrictions, like rule wise, with acapella. It's you can only be from 10 to 15 people. So our district minister said like, oh, if it's only 10 to 15 people, that's only be like with 13 locals, 130 people. So like, there's gonna be brethren who want to sing, like Brother Aris, like has that passion for singing. There's gonna be brethren who want to sing, but because of the limitations of the actual numbers, it's gonna be, they won't be able to. So our Kajun wanted to make sure that we incorporate as many brethren as we could from each local congregation. So he said, let's also do a choral competition, which the limit is 50 people. so from there, you're able to fill in more brethren. You can really also hone into the brethren who, uh, not saying anything, but like there are other brethren who are deacons, who were choir members, and you can hear them. They're the loudest ones in the congregation. So they have that. They also have that passion and that want for singing. So we want to make sure that we're also displaying not only the talents of the brethren who really can sing, the choir members, those who always perform. Like I said before, we want to root out the brethren who are also have that passion, who want to perform, who don't have a literal stage to perform at. What better stage than the Alex Theater? So that's also why the district wanted to make sure we can also incorporate more and more brethren to each of the performances, so that they can get their shine as well in front of all the brethren in the district.
Thank you, Kuya Ivan. And I completely agree because what we were talking to earlier, right? Like at every activity that we've had, especially from like in concert to the INC 110 concert, like there are more and more brethren just coming out being like, oh yeah, I can sing too. And then you get up there, and I know that all of us here, or at least for me, Ate and Kuya Ivan, we literally will like our jaws will drop and we'll look at each other and be like, guys, they're here.
Backstage, we're like, so good. Yeah.
So good, and sometimes it's like I want to be that good, like, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm now in a position where I'm backstage so that I don't, so that we can give space for everyone else who wants to join us. Like
Exactly.
I would love to hear Kalaki on stage with us one day, and even Brother AJ. If you guys haven't heard Brother AJ's voice, butter.
Ooh.
So let's go back to Brother Eris for the question of why the songs for your local were meaningful to you. So we talked a little bit about Enlightened, but for the choral competition, you guys also did We Will Fully Submit to the Church Administration from God. So how was that number also meaningful to you guys as well?
Yeah, both performances were very meaningful for the choral. I'm sure it resonated with not only myself but also everybody who performed. It was also great to see everyone really come together and have a great sense of engagement, and really helped us have like a moment of um, spiritual growth and connection. So I felt that it connected with not only us who performed, but definitely everybody else who watched our performance for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, it was honestly one of my favorite numbers, and that's probably why you guys won first place, because of how like dynamic and different the voices were. I mean, when you guys took stage every time, like I said, jaws were dropped. I know mine was. But yeah, I mean, especially having that number, I think that was kind of one of the harder numbers, I think you would say, for a choral competition piece. But you guys did it so well and so gracefully, and congratulations to you once again. Kuya Stefan, what's our third question for one of our many guests here?
Yeah. So again, for all those for all those listeners and all the brethren that are tuning in, let's all say, because it is actually really interesting, because if for all those listeners that actually attended our our activity last weekend, comment down below, how was everyone's experience, because I know, I'm pretty sure it was everyone's first time performing, or even just participating. How was your experience? So let us know in the comments, and we'll definitely share them as we just throughout the whole show. But my question to you, Sister AJ, is, obviously there's so many performances, and we've put our heart and soul into these performances. But what was the mindset, the brethren, just during the practices, and even before the actual performances? Because I know there are some brethren, this was their first time, and so I'm pretty sure they were a little bit hesitant to to join and to participate. But as the days went by, and then especially on the day of, they got really excited just to perform. So, like, what was that like?
I'll speak on behalf of our local and how it was in our preparations. So definitely for every rehearsal, Brother Ivan led. We always started and ended with a prayer. So I think that really helped us get into the mindset of, like, okay, this is serious. Like, we need to make sure that we are focused. But at the same time, because Oxnard, we're kind of a small local. I feel like we're kind of small. We still had a lot of fun doing it. No, we're not small. Yeah, so we still had fun. And the acapella piece that we performed, Everything Is Possible, actually Brother Ivan composed it. So it was really cool to see what came out of his brain and into out of everyone else's mouths. So I mean, it was just really fun, because after that, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But after that, the Oxnard performers, we just go around like cha da da, like around. We're walking in the chapel. We're like ba da ba, and it's just really fun to even though we were taking it seriously, because we wanted to just put on a good show, a good performance. It really helped with the bonding in our local. So yeah.
Yeah. No, really, yeah, it's just really, it's fun, because you get to with especially the brethren in our locals, right? We get to spend time and to develop that bond, right? And so definitely those practices do definitely help, especially when it comes to bonding, and creating that the love, right, for in our locals. And then for Brother AJ, as being one of the judges, right? Aside from the criteria provided for the judges, like, what was that X factor, that main component that you were looking for from each local congregation's performance?
Yeah, of course. So I'm sure my fellow co-judges have their perspective and input as well. But speaking for myself personally, I believe the spiritual component was the X factor I was looking for. Um, I was listening intently to the words that, they were singing, and how they expressed those messages to the listener's soul. So all local congregations did po. I can't recall the name of the local, but I do recall the lyrics from one of the performances, and went like, "We will not worry, for our dear Father will be with us." So I'm just like, how timely and relevant is that message? And I'm like, so I definitely would like to express my gratitude to that local for providing such an excellent reminder. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree so much. That was actually the local congregation of Northridge. So shout out to
Shout out
everybody
to
from Northridge.
Northridge.
I also agree. That song literally gave me goosebumps, and I know that I'm probably not the only one who feels that way. But our next question is actually for Kalaki, one of our other judges. So, as an assistant choir director, what's the biggest difference from the groups that competed last Sunday compared to, the actual choir members of each local congregation?
I would say the confidence pool. And I think that's driven by the number of participants because you didn't only have choir members in there. You had other officers, deacons, deaconesses, and maybe they used to be choir members. And then performing up there, you can tell that a lot of them miss singing, right? Like miss performing. So they performed with confidence, and it kind of just like a domino effect with the other choir members. So as a whole, right, the performance was really good. So I think that was the biggest thing that I noticed. The energy for each performance and the confidence that you don't always see. And like what I think Brother Stephen mentioned earlier, we have so many talented brethren in our district, and having the a cappella competition and the choral, we're able to see, that person, I didn't know they could sing like that. And it was really nice, like some of them did solo, some duets, even the blending. That was really nice to see. So
Definitely, I do agree. And I like the word that you used is confidence. Because sometimes, people get a little bit nervous being on stage. But yeah, you're right. Like once people walked onto that stage, they literally owned it as if, they were like, we came here, we're going to sing our hearts out. And I guess it really did work because it showed to all the judges, but also to the brethren, not just the ones who are backstage working, but especially to the ones who are in the audience. So as we continue on with our broadcast, we're going to actually read off some of the shout outs and comments from people on our chat. So if you guys want to continue to put your comments out there, we will do so. So I will start. We actually have Sister Mylene from the local congregation of NoHo, who says, greetings to NoHo resident minister slash worker, Brother Linwell de Leon, Brother Kim Gamab, Brother Josh Bayuga, hashtag NoHo. We have Sister Brianna, oh, sorry, from Kaglen Ford. Driza, good morning po, hashtag LAN. I think Kalaki knows who that is. And then we also have Sister Jackie Atienza from hashtag Pasadena, hashtag PAS. Greetings to all po, happy viewing po, and good morning po. We have Sister Rosalind Soto from hashtag ER, good morning to all the brethren. Sister Reina Christina Manuel, congratulations to all performers last SOS. Everyone is so great, hashtag Nori. So for our Northridge local congregation, congratulations on third place as well. You guys did so great. We also have Brother V.S. Simbulan Jr. Greeting both to our beloved supervising district minister, Brother June Pilon, and our assistant district minister, Brother Erwin Brio, both from the local of Lancaster. Hashtag LAC. And then Chris Stephen, who else do we have in our comments?
Yes, so we have Andrew Macadending. He says, good morning, happy viewing from hashtag San Fernando Valley. We have Brother Sergio. Hello to all, happy viewing. All to shout out to Sister AJ and Brother Ivan, to all the brethren in LEC. SOS was amazing. Praise be to God for all the brotherhood and love. We have our Brother Jeb Briantos. He says, greeting and a happy birthday to Ate Michelle Perez. Happy birthday. And then we have a couple more. We have Sister Kalani Santos. She says, hello, Ate Jalen and Kuya Stefan from Zachary. And then, of course, my mom. Shout out to my mom. She says, have a good weekend, brethren. Hashtag Santa Clarita. And of course, we have Brother Chunky. He says participating was our main goal for Glendale, but getting second place was unexpected and a great blessing. So hashtag Glendale. So definitely thank you to all the brethren who have commented. I know there's so many comments we can't really get to, but we do appreciate everyone that has been commenting. And we definitely love you all for that. So with that being said, we will go on straight to our CWS weather reports, which we all want to see. So first up, we have Sister Sarah. So hello, Sister Sarah. Good morning. What is going on in your area?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Currently it's 9:31 a.m. and the weather here in North Hills, California is cool with some morning clouds that will give way to mainly sunny skies for the rest of the day. The low today will be 59 degrees with a high of 86 degrees. We have good air quality today, so it's a great time to be outside. It is a perfect day to go walk, bike, or have a picnic at the park, but don't forget to wear your sunscreen and sunglasses. Reporting live for INC Radio Los Angeles Satellite Studio from the local congregation of North Hollywood, I am Sister Sarah Cusio, bringing you more laughter, more fun, more LAC.
Beautifully done, Sister Sarah. I think please, Stephen, your mic is muted, but we
Oh,
are
sorry.
actually there. You go. Good job, Sister Sarah.
All right, so good job. So and then we have Brother Az. Brother Az, what is the weather in your area?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Currently, it's 9:32 in the morning, and the weather here in Rama City is actually a little cloudy, but mostly sunny. The temperature now is 66 degrees. Ooh, chilly. You can bring an umbrella later if you want to for the sun, but definitely still put on sunscreen. And remember, it's almost sweater weather, our favorite kind of weather. Reporting live for INCRadio Los Angeles Satellite Studio from the local congregation of Northridge, I am Brother Az, bringing you more laughter, more fun, more LAC.
Yay! Thank you, Brother Az. Brother Az, do you have any shout outs before we go? Brother Az, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to the local congregation of Northridge.
All right, thank you. And then Sister Sarah, and Sister, do you have any shout outs too as well?
I'd like to give a shout out to my family and to the local congregation of North Hollywood.
All right, thank you to all the, thank you to you both for your weather reports. We definitely know what the weather is here in the Los Angeles area. So going back to our our guest panelists for today. So Sister AJ, what does it really mean for you, to you, and to your whole local organization? Knowing that winning Songs of Salvation competition. Uh, what it means to the local of Oxnard. And the thing is, what does it mean to your local that your local gets to represent the whole district in the upcoming regionals?
We're scared. No, we're very excited. But I think that the fact that there were some brethren in our group um, that had never been on stage before. Um, there was a brother that reached out to me that was in our group, and he was saying that he, for years, had wanted to join a choral competition like this. And, Brother Ivan, we can get very annoying trying to pull people to join our group. And it works, I guess, because he joined us and he had the time of his life. He was so shy. It looked like he was about to barf a little bit. But he had like so much fun. And it's really meaningful that we can at least, if we can at least do that for one person, and that'll domino effect throughout the local. So that's what's most meaningful for me. And for as far as the local, I guess Oxnard gets to go back and represent for regionals because we won last year for the Benhika Diwa. So that will be exciting to have some of the brethren, the Benhika Diwa from last year, move on to regionals again this year. So we're very grateful. And yeah, that's all we can say. So thank you to everyone in our group.
Yeah, so shout out to local congregation of Oxnard. Again, to congratulations to you guys, and definitely, we will cheer you on for for regionals. But and then so my question to you for for Sister Lucky, what what kind of skills did the brethren, use last Sunday, that you saw, that they also can use during their singing in the choir, for those, that are in the choir, especially, for those brethren that used to be in choir that want to, you know, you want to, be, be back in choir, what's, if there's any, like what are some skills that you saw that, that they can use, in the future, or in the choir too?
I think one of the things that was very evident is being able to match or harmonize with a given tune. Like you're given a pitch. Some people, they need to hear like an instrument, like organ, piano, guitar, give the chord, and then that will be their starting point. But for us, especially the a cappella, right? Somebody needs to start it. And whoever it is, pressure, right? They have to give the right pitch so that everybody can do their oohs, their ahs, they join in, and then some of them same pitch, some lower, higher. So that was a good skill that I saw po in the competition, and I'm very proud of our choir members, right? Not needing instruments to guide us, but just their own internal voice and talent given by God.
Thank you so much, Kalaki. I really enjoy all of your answers. But I honestly do agree that it is very nice to hear all the voices, especially from that a cappella component. So, Brother Eris, for you, how were you able to balance the time and the focus in practicing both of your songs?
Actually, there were a lot of people who were in our choral group, so it was actually hard finding a time, and we ended up just finding time after the choir members' choir practice, and then after our choral, then we had time for songs of salvation. So there was a lot of pressure to kind of like get everything down um, as soon as possible. It was actually um I was like, there's no way. I mean, not to, say, I was like, there's no way, but like it came together so fast. And once like all the voices came together, I was like, oh wow. And then like during the actual performance day was when I really saw like, wow, we were all like after the performance, like, oh, that was our best one. That was our best one. That was our best one. Um, and it was great. And with all the choir members to help, like I mentioned before, and all the choir leaders, we were all able to really adapt and really feel confident with the performance at the end of the day. Um, but yeah.
Thank you so much, Brother Eris. And so, for Brother AJ, just to follow up for that. So, as the judge, what impressed you the most, knowing that each local congregation only had a short time to practice and prepare for their songs?
Yeah. So I believe what impressed me the most was the talent and ability of our beloved brethren to produce such magnificent performances. It was astounding and admirable, and it appeared as though some of the local congregations had several months to prepare. So, it was also quite heartwarming, like to watch all of the locals sing together in unity. Like I think that was one of the beginning pieces of the competition, and I'd like to give a shout out to all of the officers as well as a major shout out to all of the choir members that performed because with choir practice being already at the top of their schedule, they took the extra effort and sacrifices to attend choral competition practices as well. So we can see as officers we love performing and carrying out our duties by singing and playing songs of praise, which are all done for the glory of God. So well done, po, beloved brethren.
Thank you so much, Brother AJ. And then for Kuya Ivan, as one of the organizers, how excited were each local congregation having heard that this activity had been approved?
Oh, immediately. Like I said, there's brethren who would just want to sing. When they found out we are going back to the Alex, they're like, "Oh, that's a nice place. Let's really put this together." So yeah, we were in charge of making sure also that the locals were progressing with their performances. So we were, as Sister AJ said, we were annoying, asking the locals to really send us videos of how they're doing. So send us videos of how each choir is performing, and you can see the excitement on their face, even as they were preparing. Every practice, their hearts were into it. Every practice, you can see that those who were leading were like really like intensely trying to get them prepared. And honestly, the best part, and this is going back to what Brother Aris said during his answer earlier, the best part was not just watching the performance, was literally the explosion of excitement after the brethren got off stage. I was working stage right, so I was watching everybody exit, and then you hear the chord, like, oh, the last chord, and then they come off stage like, oh my gosh, that was so good, that was so good. Like, there is so much excitement from every single person. That, and LA, if there was a prize for most excited after, you win first prize for that one too. But they, all the brethren were just explosions of excitement right after they got off stage. It was like relief, but also like, oh my God, that God was really with us, and like we really felt like that, we felt so strong singing those songs. And the beauty about the Alex is that you can see the brethren's faces, you can see the house's faces as you're singing. So knowing that, you can know that they as they were singing were able to touch the brethren's hearts through the performances. That's honestly that's the best part for me. That's from all of their excitement. That's where I got all my excitement from them as well.
Thank you so much. So we are going to wrap up a little bit here, but we do want to give all of our guests a chance for their shout out. So let's actually start with you, Kuya Ivan, again. Kuya Ivan and after AJ, if you guys have any shout outs, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, we'd like to shout out to Local of Oxnard, hashtag OXN, Harmonix. Thank you so much for everything that you did. And we'd like to shout out Sister Vanessa Alba. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
I want to shout out our family, our local
District
minister,
family.
our district family, of course, our local resident minister, Brother Ed, his wife, Sister Emmy, and of course, Kaera, the first daughter of LAC. And of course, my parents and my family. Hi, everybody.
And my parents and my family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll move on to Brother AJ. Any shout outs that you would like to give as well?
Thank you, Sister Jalen. Sure, I'd like to shout out my mom, you know her, Sister Marie. I'd like to shout out the locale of Riverside, Brother Mark Tiongson, one of the organists there, and Sister Rianne, also one of the organists. I'd like to shout them out. And that's it. Oh, and the locale of Santa Monica, of course. I love you, po, Santa Monica.
Thank you, Brother AJ, for your shout out. And if your mom's watching, hi, Marie, I miss you. Okay, so then, Brother Aris, any shout outs for you?
Shout out to my family and shout out to the local of LA.
Woo, LA. And then last but certainly not least, Kalaki, any shout outs for you, Vaught?
Shout out po to the local congregation of Lancaster, our Lancaster family, and my family who's in the living room, not allowed at the room in the moment. Brother Glenn, Brother Lal, and Brother Genji.
Thank you so much to all of our guests here. And Kuya 7, actually, we've been talking so much about all of the performers, but let's kind of give a thing to all of our listeners, kind of a reminder of who won.
Yes. So just a recap of the winners. We have a third place with Pasadena and Monterey Park with Bayan Moy Nagpupuri, and then we have second place Glendale with Encourage God's Chosen Ones to be Obedient to His Will, and we have first place we have Los Angeles and Santa Monica with We Will Fully Submit to the Church Administration from God. So again, congratulations to all the winners, and yeah, so. Thank you so much for everyone that has been tuning in. And then for the just really quick for the upcoming activities, we have our City West Connect graduation and socialization tomorrow, Sunday at 5 p.m. at the James Monroe High School. And then next week's topic is Breeze Creamery with scoops and secrets of ice cream making. And then Sister Jalen, take it away, bring it home with our closing.
Alrighty, so before we are gonna close off, I'm gonna just give a shout out to our Songs of Salvation a cappella groups as well. So then in third place, it was Northridge with Our Father Will Be With Us. Second place was Los Angeles with Enlightened, and first place was Oxnard for Nothing Is Impossible. So yeah, in addition to all of the exciting activities that we have here in LAC, we do want to give a thank you to everybody watching, all of our listeners and our viewers, and then to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Erwin Brillo, and to our District Minister, Brother Artemio T. Pilon Jr. or Kajun. Our thanks to our SEBSI CEO and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, and most especially to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much. And we will see you next time for more laughter, more fun, more LAC. Thank you so much, everyone.